The worker carefully removes the mold in front of him. Inside the mold is a freshly formed Rolls Royce badge. After he carefully observed and confirmed that the flying goddess has no flaws, he will put it into cold water to let the wax solidify further. Then he would glue a layer of melted hot wax, and by melting a support made of wax. Next, the staff dips the whole support into a specially formulated ceramic paste. After he's ensured that the liquid covers every detail of the model before the paste dries out, he'll quickly transfer it to a nearby quicksand machine. The fine grains of sand adhere to every corner of the model. Then he'll transfer the model into the ceramic paste again, and then he shapes the shell of the model with a layer of coarser grains of sand. At the same time, the workers on the other side are melting the remnants of the previous model. As they melt into a hot, white liquid, then the workers will take down the ceramic models on the side of the stove. Of the wax that was previously used are now completely melted. The worker will then pour the molten steel. They'll flow down the channels into the ceramic molds. In order to keep the molten steel from cooling before it flows into the molds, the worker will put a large amount of manganese in the inlet of the mold, and then they wait for the steel to harden as it cools naturally. When the steel inside has completely hardened, the worker will use a hammer to crack the ceramic sauce on the outside of the mold. Then an air hammer is inserted through the top of the model. The strong vibration removes most of the ceramic fragments. Then the stainless steel particles from the blast machine in front of us, and then the remaining pieces are sanded away. Next, workers begin to cut the flying goddess out of its stand. In order to reduce the number of defective pieces, they don't cut right up against the bottom of the figure. They leave a large portion of the base, and then they use an abrasive belt to slowly grind it away until the bottom of the figure is level and smooth. And then, they'll continue to use a small handheld grinder and miniature grinding wheels to remove the excess material. But despite this meticulous grinding, the surface of the flying goddess still looks very dull. So next, the workers will put it into an acidic solution, letting the solution erode away all the impurities on the surface of the gold figure. After that, they'll use a softer polishing wheel to polish the surface of each gold man until the surface of each gold man is polishy under a magnifying glass to make sure there's no flaws in the details. The artwork that adorns the bonnet is ready to leave the factory. Like me and follow me, I'll show you more.